Hi everyone and welcome to another video. So we've had the Adepticon reveals and there is a lot to talk about. It was an absolutely amazing reveal show, much better than I thought it was going to be. I got up at 3 AM to watch it and I've already done a video for the Lion, so I'll leave a link in the description below for that video. But in this one I want to go through all the reveals. I'm not going to go into too much detail because I want to get through everything. We'll still cover the Lion even though we've done a video. But we'll go through every single one, we'll take a look at all the amazing new miniatures that we've seen, and then we'll finish off with 40k and that amazing trailer. But first off, it's the Horus Heresy, so let's take a look at what we've got. So it's the first in a series of new campaign books for the Horus Heresy. This one's called the Siege of Cathornia, and apparently it's 100 pages. There's tons of narrative stuff in it. There's also going to be new missions, new scenarios, and it's all about the true sons of Horus, led by Varen Ashahadon, against the Imperial Fists, which are led by Lord Castellan Evander Garius. Now apparently both of these are going to be getting their own miniatures as well, and in this book there's new types of missions that you can do, Zone Mortalis rules, and all sorts of other scenarios that you can play out based on the Siege of Cathornia campaign. And Heresy Thursday is going to continue as well. They said in the article there's still going to be more reveals for Horus Heresy, so that's awesome that they're keeping the Heresy train going. Next up, it's Warhammer Underworlds. Now, when I did my predictions video the other day, I said it was probably a little bit too early for them to be revealing the next season of Warhammer Underworlds, but I was wrong. They've gone and done it, and it's Weird Hollow. So apparently, the Weird Hollow is the guts of the Gnarlwood, so maybe if you get eaten by the Gnarlwood trees, this is where you end up. But it's a brand new starter box, and of course, coming again with 2 new warbands. So Domitan's Storm Coven, they're a trio of Knights Arcanum, and they're going up against a Tzeentch warband called Ephelim's Pandemonium. So we've got a demon warband there with some really freaky looking, funky looking miniatures. I actually really like that centerpiece model there. And of course, 2 new Rivals decks, 1 for each warband. So we've got Domitan's Storm Coven, Ephelim's Pandemonium, and then there's also 2 further Rivals decks which are like universal ones. There's Toxic Terror and Seismic Shock, and there's going to be a couple of new rules as well along with these rival decks. I can't remember what they're called, but it's in the Warhammer community article. I'll leave a link in the description below so you can have a look at that. Next up, it's Age of Sigmar, and this is where things are starting to get good now. So first off, 2 new characters for the Ossiarch Bone Reapers and the Soulblight Gravelords. We've got a Mortisant Ossifector and Ivia Volga for the Soulblight Gravelords. But the Ossifector apparently can augment and refine his creations and then protect himself with his sorcerer's powers. Really nice looking miniature. I love how that's swirling around him there. And there's a new battle tome coming as well for the Bone Reapers. You'll see a roadmap shortly where you'll see where that's coming. And then of course we've got the Vampire Wolflord here. She's armed with a Woodsman's Axe and surrounded by Needlefang Bats. I absolutely love this miniature. That is incredible. The amount of detail they can go into nowadays with these plastic kits is just fantastic. Soulblight Gravelords, again getting a new battle tome, which you'll see again shortly on the roadmap. Next up, it's Seraphon, and what are they doing to us with these miniatures? They keep on coming at us with brand new Lizardmen miniatures, and they look absolutely fantastic. So they've shown off some Agrodon Lancers now, so more cavalry style units. And there's also going to be a commander as well, so a Scar Veteran on an Agrodon there. Really amazing looking miniature. Again, Agrodon Lancers just on the screen there. And also we've got Croxigors. These look absolutely fantastic. The Saurus Warriors were good, but these look even better. And then we've also got Croxigor Warp Spawn as well. Now there's a new army box coming for the Seraphon. So a brand new box with a limited edition battle tome in it. It's going to have 10 Saurus Warriors, 10 Raptidon Hunters and 10 Raptidon Chargers. But I suppose there'll be a dual kit, so you could build them as 20 Raptidon Hunters or 20 Chargers if you want. And there's also going to be a Seraphon battle tome coming as well. So there's a roadmap coming up that you're going to see on the screen shortly. This is coming in summer apparently, and I'm going to be honest with you, it's going to be hard to resist these. But next up, the Dawnbringer Crusades, Cities of Sigmar. I was right in my predictions video. We'd seen the weapons previewed. Cities of Sigmar are coming, and they've finally shown off some brand new miniatures. Just look at these guys. They look absolutely amazing. The detail on the shield, the helmets, the weapons. I tell you what, if this is what we can expect for Empire models in the upcoming Old World game, then we are in for a treat, because these are just like all the best bits from the old classic Empire models, just jazzed up, modern technology, modern weapons, and they look absolutely incredible. Again, these are going to be another army that's going to be really hard to resist for Age of Sigmar. And hopefully some of these models will be usable in Old World as well if you stick them on square bases. So in terms of the roadmap, you can see that on the screen there. So we've got the Bone Reapers one and the Soulblight one coming first, Seraphon in summer, and then apparently the Cities of Sigmar is going to be awesome. Next up, it's Killteam, and this is going to be the final box for the Gallowdark. So this one's called Gallowfall, and apparently the ship is doomed. It's going to blow up or it's going to collide with the planet. I can't remember which one they've said, but it is Leagues of Votann. It's not Pioneers, but it is the Warriors kit with an upgrade sprue. So looks like we've got a lot of interesting options to add to your Warriors kit. My only issue with this is people who are collecting Leagues might be swimming in Warriors by now, but it does look like there's some amazing bits in this. A lot of them have solved the room engines as well, including that thruster as well, which you can see we've got a funky jetpack trooper there for the Leagues, and they are going to be up against Beastmen. I was right. So Leagues of Votann versus Beastmen for the final box. Again, these look really good. They're not quite as sci-fi as I was expecting, but if we look at the one on the screen there at the back holding the mace, I was on with it with the rumour engine. I was right, it is Beastmen. So Leagues of Votann versus Beastmen for the final Gallowdark box, and it looks like there's some interesting terrain pieces in this one as well. There's actually some escape pods and a medical bay in the box as well. So if you're into the Gallowdark and all that kind of terrain, this looks like a really nice box for Killteam. And finally, we are on to Warhammer 40,000. So let's start with the main man himself, Lion L. Johnson. The Lion has returned to lead the Dark Angels. He's awoken. I can't wait to read about how it happens and how they wake him up and who finds him in the centre of the rock. But we've got a brand new miniature for the Lion. I'll leave a link in the description to the video that I've already done. But I've got to say, this is one phenomenal looking miniature with the Watchers in the Dark carrying his sword scabbard and what looks like some kind of mace there. He's armed with a brand new sword called Fealty, and he's also armed with the Emperor's Shield as well. There's 4 head options. There's a bear head, helmeted head, a hooded helmet, and a hooded bear head as well. Now, I did whinge about the head looking a bit too old this morning, but the more I look at it, the more I actually quite like it. You can see the scale of him there on the screen, and he is coming in his own Arcs of Omen book called The Lion, book 5, The Lion. So the Lion is on his way back, and I cannot wait to see how this all plays out in the lore. Next up, we were treated to a brand new CGI trailer. You can see the images in the background there on the screen. This trailer featured a Gravis Apothecary, brand new Space Marine units, so what looked like Stern Guard units, some Flamer units, some combi weapons, all sorts of different things. We've got a Dreadnought loadout there, old school last cannon and missile launcher, Dreadnought loadout. There was a Carnifex previewed, all sorts of goodies, some weird Tyranid beasties shown off on screen, some existing ones and some brand new ones as well. And then in the midst of all the chaos, we've seen a teleport homo come screaming down and slam into the ground. And then there was a flash of light and the Terminators teleported in, assault cannons blazing. It was absolutely incredible. I'm not going to spoil it anymore. I'll let you go and watch the trailer yourselves. I'm going to do a separate video all about this trailer, breaking it down and looking at all the separate things that we can see in it. But the main focus of it is the Terminators, brand new Space Marine Terminators. They are indeed coming, and they look amazing. They've not gone silly. They've not done anything mad with Primaris Terminators. They've just updated the classic kit, made them bigger, refined them, made the Stormbolters better, and they've just improved upon a classic. They look amazing. They're not Primaris as well. They're just, well, they can be Primaris or they can be Firstborn. You can see the thing on the screen there. These aren't Primaris Terminators. They can be any Marine. And look at the scale there compared to the old ones. They look absolutely incredible. And speaking of old miniatures being updated, they've also shown off a brand new Termagant model as well. So this again is an old miniature that's been updated to modern standards. They've not gone too far away from the original design. It just looks like it's got more detail, more refined limbs, and I've never been a Tyranid player or collector, but I've got to admit these have really turned my head and I really like the look of these. I think with the advent of contrast paints making things like this a little bit easier to paint, I'm definitely interested in what's coming in the launch box for Tyranids as well as Space Marines. So if we look at the original on the left there compared to the new one on the right, it looks like they scale really nicely with Marines as well, and I'm excited to see the rest of the Nids force, to be honest with you. And finally, the other big reveal for 40k is that the rules are changing for 10th edition in quite a big way. So On day one, there's going to be new core rules to download for free, as well as rules for every single datasheet that's going to be free to download as well. So that's really good. So the codexes are going away. We'll be able to download these rules, or you can buy portable card decks and get stuff digitally as well, and you'll be ready to go from day dot. Apparently you only need just a couple of pages for each army, and then going forward, codexes are eventually going to return, but apparently all you're ever going to need are your data sheets, your 2 pages of rules that govern your army. I'm sure will change going forward. You know what it's like when things start creeping and more rules getting added, but it looks like they have trying to go a long way to simplifying the rules. I'm not going to go into too much details because I'm going to do a separate video for this, going into all the changes and what we know so far and what we don't know. But there's an example datasheet coming up on the screen there, so you can see how the unit stats have changed in quite a big way. A lot of it has been omitted or moved to weapon profiles, so that's really interesting. So feel free to pause the video and take a look at that. But all the details are on the Warhammer community website as well. But anyway, that is it for all the reveals for Adepticon. Like I said, I've already done a video for the Lion, and I'll leave a link in the description below to that video and to all the other Warhammer community articles covering all the different things that you've seen in this video. But I've got to be honest with you, it was an absolutely fantastic reveal show. It was worth getting up at stupid o'clock to watch it. I did have my reservations about that. I thought maybe I'll just get up normal time in the morning and just catch up, but I wanted to get up and see what was coming because I had a funny feeling that 10th edition was coming. I said in my predictions video we'd see some models and a CGI trailer, and I was right, we did indeed get that. So it was a fantastic reveal show, but enough about my thoughts. I'm eager to hear what you all think about the reveals. What was your favourite bit? What are you looking forward to, or what were you hoping to see that didn't appear? For me, I'm extremely excited about 10th edition. The launch box looks like it's going to be absolutely incredible, especially going off what we've seen in that trailer. I'm going to be doing a separate video breaking down the trailer and trying to work out all the different things that are going to be coming in the launch box. But the Lion, the Terminators, the Termagants, Cities of Sigmar, more Lizardmen, everything looks incredible, and I cannot wait to find out more about 10th edition. So don't forget, leave your thoughts in the comments, let me know what you think, and if you enjoyed this video, remember to give it a thumbs up, let me know you've enjoyed it. And if you didn't enjoy it, just leave me a comment, let me know why. But anyway, I've gone on long enough now. Thank you very much for watching, and thanks as always for all the support. I really appreciate it, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.